still have toothpaste.
Where?
Outline. An outline of toothpaste.
No.
Lick your finger.
Ah, great. Ho, ho, ho. Merry humbug. Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name's Ruben.
And I'm Kay.
And today we are reviewing the Christmas Chronicles 2.
Kate Pierce, now a cynical teen, is unexpectedly reunited with Santa Claus when a mysterious troublemaker threatens to cancel Christmas forever.
The thing I was most excited for was the little bit of, like, the teaser trailer. It's like a teaser trailer for the sequel. Right at the end of the first movie, we got to see Goldie Hawn. We haven't seen Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell together on screen for a long time. And so that for me was the draw. I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. It did what you expected it to do. Kurt Russell is fantastic as a Santa.
He's a great Santa.
It was pretty much the story of Elf. Like, they were very similar. So we'd seen it done before. So it wasn't like, oh, this is all new, this is all great. Kurt Russell was the draw. His musical number in the first one was fantastic.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to reviewing the second one, I was hoping that it was going to be also very different, and it is to the first one, but it's also very similar to the Santa Claus movie 3 with Jack Frost. So we've had these stories before, but what's going to be the draw here is when you're watching it with your families and you get to those musical numbers and you've seen those characters return, you've seen your characters grow up a little bit and have to tackle all new issues. For me, the best thing about this film, though, was definitely Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Seeing them on screen, for me, is very nostalgic. And so, like, growing up, well, not growing up in the 80s, but having been a person that was in the 80s, for me, the nostalgia of the 80s is a massive chore. So seeing them on screen together was fantastic.
I think that this film ticks all the right boxes for a Christmas movie. It's not spectacular. It's not going to blow your mind. It's not anything fantastically original even, but it is fun. It's enjoyable. It's very Christmassy. I mean, it's got, like, you know, it's stuffed full of every Christmas theme you could ever imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just all in there. The acting is what you'd expect from a Christmas movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, you know, it's colourful, it's vibrant, it's got a moral storyline, which all good Christmas movies should have.
Yeah.
You know, it just is. It's a Christmas movie.
So Julian Dennison plays Nicholson?
Belsnickel.
Belsnickel, yeah.
Nicholson.
Belsnickel. And I thought that was probably the most entertaining storyline.
Yes.
Because it had a bit of heart. I enjoyed, like, seeing the kids and come back and, you know, they're going through their issues and father issues, daddy issues, mother issues. You have all those issues.
Yeah.
But the Belsnickel storyline, seeing more of Santa, seeing more of Mrs. Claus, seeing what they get up to during the year, you know, they're really delving into that fantasy kind of realm. You get to see all the elves. The elves are done by Weta, which is obviously fantastic.
They're really good.
So they're very, I mean, you know they're CGI, you know they're
of course.
digitized. They don't give that air of, oh, that's totally real. But you understand why they've done them the way they have been done. But you also get to find out a bit more about the elves and their history and what affects them and what isn't affects them, why they're certain ages. There's magic lore all around it that they delve a little bit into, and I think that's really fun. Seeing the quirkiness and the weirdness from the elves is great.
Yes.
And so we have that Belsnickel storyline. There's always this one elf that just doesn't quite fit in.
Yeah,
and,
it's Elf again, but anyway.
And he becomes, I guess, depending on his age, but he's like a sort of teenager that's rebelling against the authoritatorship, and he wants to do things his way, and Santa and, you know, basically his son is, you know, they're headbutting, and so they have this thing that could totally mess up Christmas. And I thought that storyline was a lot of fun. And, you know, at certain points you get the flying reindeer and then you get something else that's flying, and I thought that was really fun. So there's moments in this where it's like a roller coaster ride. You're like, okay, we're going into the dips of, we're ticking all the boxes of what you need in the Christmas films, and then you go up and you're like,
a bit of adventure.
Yeah, like, oh, that was very cool.
Yeah.
The standout CG character for me in this was the what did they call the cat?
Yule cat.
The Yule cat. I thought the way the Yule cat looked was fantastic. Every time you saw the Yule cat next to a little elf, you saw the difference of almost reality to fictional. not that a Yule cat is real, but you have the characteristics of a cat that looks real, except this cat's got some sass.
Yeah.
I guess all cats have sass.
They do.
Yeah.
They really do.
I really enjoyed that. And so you have these almost two teams working against each other. You have the, I'm going to say Jack Nicholson again.
Yeah, Belsnickel.
Belsnickel. Oh my gosh. And if you've seen Deadpool 2, you'll know, what a great actor the kid is. He's not really a kid anymore. Youngish man. And Hunt for the Wilder People.
Yes, I thought he was fantastic in that. I didn't rate him in this.
Yes,
but we have differing opinions.
I thought it was fine as the character, but there isn't a lot of meat on any of these characters, really.
I think the scripting was really difficult because he has to have character changes like that.
Yes.
And you just think, that is really difficult for an actor to play.
Yeah. One month this, 1 month that.
Yeah.
And so don't expect like really deep. It's not It's a Wonderful Life. It's not that. But it is a really fun, entertaining family movie. If you enjoyed the first one, you're going to enjoy this. I would say that the first one is a better movie.
Yes.
But I enjoyed this one more because I like the fact that they didn't go almost the classical route. You spend more time in the fantasy realm.
North Pole, yeah.
And that for me is like total Christmas. You want some fantasy stuff that isn't the norm. Something slightly different, although it is Santa Claus 3 a bit. We do have the Yule cat, the weird, wacky stuff with the owls, which is hilarious. At one point, there's chaos with the owls, and it's brilliant. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. And if you have, if you have children who are really interested in like the space-time continuum and those sorts of things, you will end up having a very interesting discussion based on how does time work in the North Pole.
Yeah.
So look out for that, because we spent about half an hour trying to figure out whether Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus were able to have children, because if time stands still in the North Pole, how do you grow a child in the womb?
That was a bit of a sad kind of idea, because it does seem like she wants children. They never allude to it, but there's moments of reflections of where they look at each other and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, that is quite sad.
Yeah.
I'd hoped they would go a bit more into that storyline, because I thought that would be really interesting. Probably a little too dark for a family film. But I think maybe part 3 they could delve into that kind of storyline.
Maybe.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, so we had fun with it. Look, I'm going to give this a B.
I'm going to give it a B minus.
Okay.
C plus.
Alright. I'm sticking with my B.
Okay.
For the fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's Christmas.
Yes. So I think you'll enjoy it. Kurt Russell's fantastic. And there's a musical number in this that's mental again. So, I think every film has to have a great... What are you doing? Oh, okay. Talking about the Yule cat. He's as big as one.
He is.
So B, let us know in the comments below what you thought. Are you excited to see this movie? When you do, let us know your favourite character. Which one did you think was the best? What is your favourite Christmas movie of all time?
Yeah.
I know It's a Wonderful Life. Lots of people say that. But for me, it's Elf.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks guys. But most of all, until next time, remember...
Live long and Tuesday. We needed cuddles.
I guess so.